I've been waiting for you guys. No, sorry I'm late, guys. Okay. Hope Mark and Sergio, hope you're still on here. I got maybe we might not be on here. I don't know if we're on here. Happy Thursday. I was running another class at the time, and I just wanted. We had a final point we had to make over, so I didn't want to screw them over and cut them off. In general, hope everyone's doing well. Happy Thursday. Okay, so Sergio. Okay. Thank you, Mark. So Sergio, you lost your job. Okay, so you should look at like yeah, if you get the 65 or the 66, then there's a lot of places you can go to. Yeah. Right. So you have this, yeah, Sergio, I don't disagree. So take a look at depending where you work. I think Fidelity's still hiring. I think Schwab is. I think Vanguard might be. Morgan Stanley might. Oh no, Morgan Stanley started cutting the shit out of everyone. So maybe not. But look at Fidelity, Schwab, Vanguard, those kind of things. They might. Also, if you go on to Edward Jones, there you go, Michelle. Thank you, Sergio. Take a look at Edward Jones, and you're already licensed. They'll just want you to get the 65 out of the way, and they pay, which is good. And if you build your business, you're in good shape. Okay. There you go, Sergio. That's awesome. Keep hammering at them. Okay. Yeah, because they pay an okay salary. They don't expect you to bring business in. Also, here's what Vandana, it's just different. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just fucking different. So the 66 is different than the 7. Some people, here's the thing, right? Some people, Brendan, boom, love it. That's awesome. I love it, love it, love it, love it. That's awesome. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, yeah, Jasmine, I'll nail that in a second. So I don't disagree. So hold on, let me get this. Tisha, I like it. Okay. Boom, I like that. That's awesome. I love that. That's awesome. Getting to do this stuff. Okay. So, Brendan, congratulations. I freaking love it. Congrats. Everyone snaps for Brendan. It's awesome. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, I have a whole video on the dumb sheet, kid. Okay. Boom. Okay. Let's get on here. Okay. So now. Okay. So let's talk about this for a second. Okay. Let's make sure. So I think get the 65. Okay. Yeah, the 66 is totally different. Again, what I was saying before, let me get on this one. So now, yeah, I agree. I think if you can get the 65 or the 66 out of the way, look at Fidelity. The other thing I was going to say, if you go on LinkedIn and look up the hashtag Series 7 exam, you'll see all the people that are looking, that are hiring, okay? Hiring for Series 7 licensed people. And you'd be Merrill Lynch and JP Morgan are all over there. So just take a look. I don't know if they pay salary or not. Boom. Okay. I can do it. It's not, it's just, it's accretion or amortization. It's accretion or amortization. It's one of the two. Okay. I'll get into that. Now, guys, a couple of things. Look, I got to get into this before I get started, right? Okay. So I'm here to help you. If you want to go, there's my website. If you want some one-on-one tutoring, it's series7exam.org, but I'm expensive. So there is an alternative. Michael Weiss is pretty good, especially with the 65, 66. He has a CFA. He's good at that shit. I mean, I'm good at that shit, but he's really good. He loves that shit. Like I hate math. I really do. I hate math. I am math challenged. I use a calculator for everything. He's at series7examtutor.com, Michael Weiss. He also helps me out with them. Then we have the 2 free resources. Remember things. A couple things. I have a TikTok, Blue Collar Finance. I have an Instagram, Series 7 Whisperer. I have this. Okay. We have some free resources on Facebook. Okay. We have the Series 65, 66 exam group, and then we have I have to change the name, but it's called FINRA Exam SIE Series 7, Series 6. FINRA Exam Prep. It's a really good group. I like it. It's almost anyone, Vandana, almost anything of them is perfect. But those groups are free and they're private, and you put a post in there. Like if you're not sure about a question, you take a screenshot, throw it up there. You're gonna get 5 or 6 people giving you ways to remember it. Like somebody did a thing on Bid Ask. I started responding. A couple of people did. They nailed it. So I let it go. That's the best part. I don't like to be the first to respond because I want to hear other people do it. Because sometimes having your peers tell you what a good idea is awesome. Okay. Now, so now I'm going to go back to this. Also, you can join my memberships. Oh, God. Just remember my Zoom classes that are normally every Sunday. I'm doing it this Friday and then next Friday because I have two things going on the Sundays. So this Friday is the Zoom class, same times as the Sunday, and then on next Friday also, and then I'm back to the Sundays. Okay. Yeah, XJ, we'll work on that. So see, here's the thing. The 66 is a beast. Some people say it's harder. Some people say it's harder than the 7. Some people say it's easier. Some people kill the 7 and to get killed by the 66. And some people struggle with the 7 and destroy the 66. So it depends. Here's the thing. There's a lot of overlap from the 7, maybe 20%, but there's a lot of regs. Half the test is state laws, which can throw you off. So we'll get into that. Okay, so now, so it's just different. It's a different animal, but make sure you're reading. Okay. Shanak will work on that. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. So, right. So, SIPC. So, I did a video on this, but I don't think I did a full video. I think it was in response to the First Republic. So, under SIPC, SIPC. Under SIPC, they cover 500,000 per account, of which 250 can be cash. So, if you have 200,000 in securities and 300 grand in cash, they're only going to cover 200 in securities and 250 in cash. You're going to lose 50 grand, or you become a creditor. Okay. So now 66 is 100 questions. 66 is 100 plus 10 fake ones. The 65 is 140 questions, I think. 140, 150, whatever the hell it is. It's more. So SIPC covers 500 per account. So let's say, Jasmine, you have a if you have a regular cash account and you have a margin account, it's 500 for both. Okay, not each, for total. If you're married, you say, Jasmine, you have a cash account, your husband has a cash account, and you have a joint account. That's considered 3 accounts, 500 each. Not 1.5 total, 500 grand each. Okay, hope that helps. I love that. Just to get the past perfect shit out of the way so you won't get in trouble, and then do other stuff. I'm telling you, it helps. Okay. Okay. So I have if you look on my videos, I have a dump sheet video. Hold on. You know, it's funny. My son set up a spreadsheet for me with all my videos, and I always forget to have it. 18,000 subscribers. How crazy is that? Okay, hold on. Who the fuck would sign up for what 18,000 people would be nuts enough to follow me? Okay. That is the brain dump. So, Audra, anyone who wants it, that video is my brain dump video. If you're on Facebook, I'll try to put it in the Facebook group. Also at the same time. I wish it would show up on both, but it just doesn't. Boom. Hey, congratulations, Laura. Okay. Where are we? Here we go. There, I just put it into the Facebook group also. Good. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Now, let me roll up. I got some stuff to talk about. Okay. Okay. What's the difference between 7 and 65? Oh, I see what you're saying with sibling, not twins, that they're not the same test. Okay. So, Sean, now, the true difference in 7 is they cover a lot of stuff, but the 65 has a lot more state regs on it, right? But a lot of overlap. The 7 allows you to work for a broker dealer and charge commissions on the FINRA side, FINRA firm. The 65 is a standalone exam that if you work for an investment advisor, you can just have that. Okay. So if you work for an investment advisor and you just have the 65, you can do your work. There's no other licenses you need. But if you work for a broker dealer, you absolutely need the 7, the SIE, and then the 63, 65 combo, or the 66. Okay. Now, if you're just working for a broker-dealer, you get the 7 and 63 and the SIE, obviously. If you're working for a combination broker-dealer and IA, you're going to get the SIE, the Series 7, and then the 66. And in reality, the 66 and 65 are so similar that I had a girl who failed the test on Friday. I tell the story all the time. She failed the test on Friday after 66 on Friday afternoon, and she scheduled the 65 for Monday morning. And by the time her firm got notification that she failed the 66, she was handing in her she handed in her pass on the 65. And like, hey, that's great, awesome, okay, boom, right. They want 66, right? Because here's the other thing: if you have the 6, you can only do the 63 65 combo. You can't do the 66. Okay, if you want the 66, you have to take the 7. If you have the 7, you can do either 66 or the 63 65 combo. It's fine. Or if you just work for a broker dealer, just the 63. That's what I did most of my career. I was at a broker dealer. I was on the stock exchange. So basically, we didn't need all that other stuff. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I agree. 100%. I think it's very, very different. Okay. Tisha, that's awesome. Hope you're saying nice things. Okay. I'm kidding around. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. You're all nice people. Okay. Now, let me get this open. Let me get my little shit open to work on this. I do have videos on this, but let's talk about this for a second since we have some time. Okay. Here we go. Join with computer audio. I don't need the audio. I don't need the video. I don't want the video. I want the. Okay, let me share screen. Okay. Very simply. So let's say you buy. Now remember, the big thing to remember this: OID you must accrete. Now everyone does the other things. Like I like the achievables. Oh, that's the other thing, guys. I just did a 63 video out there. I did what I think is funny. I did that video. I did a 63 video. Anyone taking the 63 or 66 in the next week or so, go watch me take that 63 test. I did it fast. I explained everything, but I talk about it later. And you can see how I make stupid mistakes because I did it quickly. And it's still the same way to do it. You do the answer, you see the question pop up, you pause, you answer it yourself, and then see how I answer it and see if you can beat my score. But I do the whole 63 in like 36 minutes. So I did it way too fast. And I want you to see that by doing that, I made some stupid fucking mistakes. Okay. Back to this. OID, you must accrete. The reason I brought it up is because Achievable is good. I have a link down there for the SIE. There's no one better for teaching stuff. And any of the exams really, they teach it better than anyone else. I think they break it down. They do videos. They put real context. Pretty awesome. Okay, so now OID you must accrete. Now on the premium side, only munis must amortize. Only munis. Corporates and treasuries do not have to. Toys. That's my accent. Okay. So remember, the only two things that have to do anything, OID must accrete and munis must amortize. If you have anything other than those two, you don't have to do anything else. Okay. Okay. Now, let's say I buy an OID, original issue discount bond for $800, and it's 10 years to maturity. That means in 10 years I'm getting $1,000. Okay. Audrey, just go to my website that's scrolling across the bottom, series7exam.org, and then it's just right there. There's a book a session right on the front page. Okay. And again, if I'm too expensive, check out Michael Weiss. He's really good. He's at Series 7 Exam Tutor. Okay. So let's say we're going to get 1,000 at the end. Okay. Now, you paid 800 and you're going to get 1,000 in 10 years. You're going to make $200. The IRS does not want to wait 10 years to charge your ass. Okay. So they want to tax you on a little bit of it every year. So they're going to, okay, you have a $200 discount. It's 10 years to maturity. So that means we're going to tax you on $20 a year. That means your cost basis is going to increase by $20 each year. So after 1 year, your cost basis is $820, and $840, then $860, all the way up. Okay. That's what you're doing. Okay. So that you're just increasing your cost basis. That's called accretion. And then if you sell it for more than that, say you sell for $880, well, you remember you've been maybe paying taxes on this shit each year, but then you only pay taxes in that. This is your cost basis, $860. This is the proceeds. You have a $20 capital gain. That's accretion. You're just accreting up. You're taking the discount and adding. Now, if I change this up, 1,200. It's still the same stuff. I'm just using the same numbers. You're going to lose $200 because even though you pay 1,200 for the bond, you take the OID part out because that doesn't make sense. 1,200. Now remember, if this is a muni, you have to do this. If it's a corporate treasury, you can choose or not do it. Okay. Same thing. The discount above the premium above par is $200. 200 divided by 10. So after 1 year, your cost base is 1180, then 1160, then 1140, then 1120. And then if you sell it for like 1150, this is your cost basis. This 1120. This is your proceeds. You pay tax. You're gonna pay taxes on $30. That's your cost basis. That's your proceeds. You have a $30 capital gain. Good. Okay. Hope that helps a little bit. And we're back. Okay. Now. Okay, Ethan Guide. That's okay. So Ethan Good. Okay. So I thought it said Ethan. I thought it's like Ethan Guide TV, like TV Guide. Okay. So now, the test anxiety, you failed it a couple times, right? So so how many times? Is it 3 times or 2 times? Because it matters. If you failed it 3 times, you have to wait 6 months. Okay. But I'm glad they're paying you to do this, right? So I don't know how to get rid of the test anxiety. I have people that go to therapists, they get beta blockers, which I've heard are pretty helpful. But again, I'm not telling you to do that stuff. But they do help. I think the easiest way to do is do as many exams as you can. I always do that. So do as many exams as you can to get it under your belt, right? Just to practice. And then maybe do it with somebody else. Like join a study group. They have a ton of them starting on this Facebook groups. Join a study group and do tests together. So this way you learn to talk it out. The other thing is talk it out. Or in other ways, you can't let this test define you, right? You can't let this. I'm stupidly optimistic, so I don't care what happens to shit. So I don't have like I don't know what it is. Maybe I don't think of repercussions or shit I do. I don't know. It's kind of fucked up. But then that makes me a better test taker. So you got to kind of understand what they're asking and try. I would say try to take the test with somebody else, like study groups, and then just do it where you take tests together. And then that gets you over the nervousness a little bit because you're doing it with somebody else and maybe you get more confidence. And the other thing is when you're reading a question, when you're practicing, read the shit out loud. Go, hey, Ken, struggle a lot with wordage and tests. Read the stuff out loud. Okay. Jose, that's awesome. Okay. Bandana. So yeah, as a supplement to Past Perfect, I agree. Achievable is pretty good. They explain stuff better. And then between achievable questions and Past Perfect questions, you're good. The problem with Past Perfect is once you put a number in one of their questions, like if they come up with numbers, they go off the fucking deep end. Any kind of numbers they have, they absolutely go off the deep end. They're good. Their questions are good other than that. But once you put a number in, it's like, what are you doing? Why are you going there? And it makes zero sense. Like I talked to somebody and they go, no, it's harder. It makes it better for the test. I'm like, yeah, I get that. But there's a point where it's like, again, you're telling someone you're studying astrophysics to learn how to bounce a ball. I mean, they're not the same. Okay. Jeremy, I'll get to you. Okay. So XJ, I think 100%. If you can that's true. If you can have a doctor say you have test anxiety or any kind of ADD, they can give you double time or time and a half. They absolutely can. They can even do it if it's not your first language. The SIE won't do the language thing. I don't know why, but for all the other exams, you can get it. Okay. Yeah. So Schwab does, Fidelity does, Vanguard does, Edward Jones definitely does. But then what they do, yeah, I agree. Focus on the Kaplan. I agree. If you have Kaplan stuff and you have Past Perfect, maybe do the reading at Past Perfect and the questions on Kaplan. I think that'll help. Yeah, but no, Past Perfect's fine on the 63 because they don't have numbers. Okay. So yeah, Edward Jones, Schwab, Fidelity, Vanguard, maybe Morgan Stanley, maybe JP Morgan. But and then Raymond James does too, I think. But like the Primerica doesn't. Northwestern doesn't. New York Life doesn't. I think they're. I don't know if they're switching or not, but those are firms. That's fine. Okay. Oh wow, that's weird to do it before. Okay. Yeah, that Jose, that's kind of weird. Okay. Oh yeah. If you have testing, yes, you can get extra time. Any of these exams under the ADA, Americans with Disability Act, if you can show that you have disability like testing side or ADD, they can give you more time. Absolutely. Okay. Okay, so I go over this all the time. Lisa, how are you? So I go over this all the time. Okay. Got yep. Okay, Notman's fine. I like Notman. Okay. There you go. Just call FINRA. No, it's absolutely worth asking about. They can give you double time. Call FINRA. Just call up FINRA tomorrow morning. They're open. They're nice. Ask them, what do I do? What is the form for accommodations for the exam? And they'll tell you what to do. Okay. You need doctor's notes within 5 years, all that shit. Okay. What form is the absolute domestic for the sevens? You know where to focus. Okay. One, we know options. Two, we know margin. Those two for sure. Again, I don't like doing this so much, but I will. So you need to know how to do convertible bonds. You need to know how to do current yield. You need to know how to do tax equivalent yield, or at least understand the formula. Most of the time, I don't have to do the math. I just see that you have to know it. You have to know PE ratio, one question. Earnings per share, maybe one question. You have to know amortization and accretion, maybe. I haven't seen anyone have to do accrued interest yet, but you have to understand the concept. This is not a math test. You do not need to know yield to maturity. You do not need to know yield to call. Anyone with past perfect, I apologize that that's what you're doing. Okay. Okay. Um. Again, option stuff, margin stuff, convertible bond stuff, tax equivalent yield, current yield, PE ratio, earnings per share, maybe current ratio. A lot of these are one-offs that you can just go like. There's a lot of one-off. I'm trying to think. Is there another fucking math problem I have to do? I don't think so. Maybe you have to figure out how much a right is or current, yeah, stuff like that. And the current yield, they can throw curves at you, right? You might have to figure out what an NAV is, which is really just assets minus liabilities. It's a value of the fund minus liabilities divided by the number of outstanding shares. Okay. Okay. Jose, get the fuck off. Get the fuck off my live. That's what it is. If you're taking it tomorrow, why are you on here? Go get sleep, my man. Go get sleep. Okay. Yes. 100% read customer accounts and then watch my 24 hours before I have a playlist called 24 hours before the 7. Watch those. Okay. Okay. Ivy. How should I break down my fail analysis for a minute? Okay. I don't. That's funny. Yeah, because why? I mean, I love the viewers. I absolutely love getting viewers, but really, and not to the not at your expense, right? Not at your expense that it's going to go. Okay, Jose, good. Go watch my 24 hours, and then boom, go get some sleep, my man. I want to see my drop to 31 viewers. Okay, so now, so the fail analysis is tough to look at. I don't really do big. That's not a big thing I do. So just the big thing, Jose, you're gonna nail it. I know. You get some sleep and let us know. Jump on Tuesday night and let us know. Okay. I know you're gonna give us good news. Okay. You've taken it twice. You kind of know what you haven't seen and what you have seen. Okay. That you should have some idea of that, right, Wendy? By now. So I think if you it's hard to go off the FINRA breakdown because it's 4 sections and it's very big. But again, still, you got to make sure you get the suitability on the suitability, munis, and options, right? I mean, that's where you are, right? That's the biggest thing. But Wendy, you have to know which questions you answered, and you're like, wow, I hate these. You have to know in your heart when you read something, go, I hate these options, margins, stuff like that. But I mean, it's most people. If you can nail the options, you're right there, ready to pass. Literally. Okay. Again, just go to my website and sign on. That's easy. Okay. Yeah, Sean, I can do that. Okay. But you thinking the 65? They're barely going to test it. Okay. Sinner. I love it. Okay, so now, um, that's awesome. So you're gonna take it. Just make sure you go. Make sure you get the mutual funds and the annuities down pat and customer accounts. Okay. Okay. I'll do the basis because there's no. You're not gonna have to do the math on the margin. Okay. 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 Yeah, that's fine. So I have a video on that talks about it. So Jackie, are you taking the test anytime soon? Because if not, hold on. Hold on. Let me stop this share so I can find the thing. One second. So Jackie, okay, here's what I want you to do. Right now, I'll still be on. Go watch the video I just linked in. Watch that, and then if it doesn't explain it, come back and we'll handle it before I head out. So Jackie, the link I just sent in, go watch that video. I think it's how long is that stupid thing? It's 14 minutes long. It'll explain a lot of the yields, and if it doesn't, then I will do it again. Okay, so go do that right now and do that. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm telling you, 100%. I'm with you on that. It's a lot. You got to make sure you know the option stuff. Okay. Let me go back to the other stuff. Boom. So Jackie, you're going to work on that. We'll come back to you. You should be off here now. I should be 30. I should be down. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. 100%. I'm telling you right now, if you have any kind of accommodation that you can get, fucking take it. It doesn't cost them a dime. It doesn't cost you a dime. And if you can get extra time, take it. Why should you be stressed out? I have so many people that are stressed about the time and they're fine when they're in the exam. But knowing that you have, like a lot of people I know get double time or time and a half and they never use it. But knowing that they have it makes their life a lot easier. Okay. Okay. Record keeping. Okay. So Wendy, have you watched my videos? Okay. Wendy, okay. Joe, look what Joe's saying, Wendy. Joe's 100% right. Hopefully you can see that. If you're on YouTube only, you might not be able to, oh, you should be able to see it up in the corner. You may not see it in the regular chat, but you see it in the screen. That Joe missed it once, and he took an attitude that he didn't just miss it by a couple, he missed it by a lot. Should cover everything. And yeah, margins are not that heavy. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, it's always options and customer accounts. It's like so much. Okay. That people forget about it. Okay. Hey, that's okay though, Joe. That's a really good start. Okay, that's a phenomenal start. Okay, boom, the green light, and you get a 76 on that. That's Kaplan's, or I don't know if that's Kaplan. Either way, that's a good sign. Remember, there's no guarantee of anything, but that's a really good sign that you know enough stuff to get through it. Okay, okay, Flamore. Okay, Flamore now. Okay. So everyone's so if FINRA's going to get a bunch of calls tomorrow, right? Okay, I'm going to work. Well, I'll do the basics of margin also. So now before we start. So now, nothing that crazy. Okay. Oh, STC, that's fine. Your green light is good. Okay. So Flamore, so this is what you're gonna do. Make sure you're done with the book. Since you have 12 days, for the next 2 or 3 days, why don't you focus on taking chapter quizzes to figure out where you're weak? Okay. Audrey, you need to read the chapter. It's everything. Opening customer accounts. You need to read that chapter. That's one thing that I don't have time to go over on here, right? So just read it. I'm telling you, those little tiny things, there's easy points, right? How to open an account, the order, like options order, disclosure, then approval, then trade, then options agreement, 15 days later, all that shit. Okay. Um, okay. Read. Yep. Okay, so Flemore, that's big. Okay. I have some here's the thing. If you want to help, go find my before you read it, go find my 63 quick and dirty. I know you're taking the 66, but my 63 quick and dirty video is the regs portion of the 66. That's an hour long. I just go through a lot of shit. So go find my 63 quick and dirty. I think it's in the 66 playlist and watch it. That's a lot of the stuff and keep getting cool questions. A lot of people get hurt on that. But here's the one thing. do not fucking blow off investment vehicles. Okay, it's a killer. Like I had a guy, Jack today, who passed, and he said he was so ready for those investment vehicles, he killed it because we didn't let him. The royal we, me. I didn't let him, and he didn't let himself blow that off. We made sure he read it, even though he took the 7. Okay, Flamore, you're gonna nail it. I know you are. Okay. Yep. What did I say? Customer accounts? No. Oh, the regs. Yeah. The regs do the same thing. Yes, the 63 Quick and Dirty covers the regs portion of the 65. Remember, here's a guy. Okay. Awesome, Flamore. Keep that up. Keep hacking that. That can make a difference. Okay. Okay. Now, understand something. If I ever say the 66, I absolutely mean the 65 also. Remember that, guys. This is for everyone, not just Sean. If I say 66, I mean 65 also, because I'm lazy. I'm not going to say 65, 66. A lot of S's. I have a bad S. I've always been a little self-conscious about the S. Okay? F. Okay. Now I have to say something funny. So my grandson, he has a tough time saying the letter F. F is in Frank, right? So it's tough for him to say, So I'm Hefe, like chief. He calls me Hesse. So remember, my daughter lives in the city. She drives out here for school because she's moving in about a week to Jersey, maybe 2 weeks, but she drives him to school every twice a week, 3 times a week, with him, and the buses are so I guess at some point in her life she said, those fucking buses. So yesterday or the day before, my wife, my son-in-law, and my daughter are in the car and they're driving, and she goes, "Oh, that bus," and she didn't curse that time. And all of a sudden, out of the backseat, you hear "sucking bus." That's such a sucking bus in front of us. Now, at first, you're like, "Wait a second. Oh, he's saying fucking bus." So obviously, there was the hardest part was for them not to laugh. I just think that's fucking funny. Sucking funny. Okay, hold on. I'll go back. Oren. Boom. Read the fucking question, baby. Take your time. And I'm telling you right now, somebody posted on Reddit today. I'm telling you, I should have said that to Jose. Maybe he's still on. Hopefully he's quiet. So I won't know. Go back and check the first 5 questions, because that's when you're still not in the game, you're not in the zone, and that's when you're most likely to be off your game. So always go back and check the first 5 questions. But Oren, that is awesome. I love it. Awesome. Let's see. Okay. So let's talk about a couple things. Let me get this up and running. Just the basics. I'm not going crazy on this shit. Okay, where is it? Why do I not have? Oh, I unshared it. Okay. Here we go. Let me clear this out. So we know that here's a couple of things that you need to know. Okay, so now I use Mr. Desby as my long. Okay. Now we'll start for the basic stuff. Okay. When you buy stock in a margin account, you have to deposit 50% of the value. Okay. But never less than $2,000. Okay. Never less than $2,000. There are exceptions, but right now just stick with that. Okay. That's buy or sell. So if you buy something in a margin account or you're short it, you have to deposit 50%. That's right, T. But that's going to be never. So if you only short 3,000 in stock, you have to put down $2,000 because 50% is 1,500. We still have to put down at $2,000 minimum. Okay. Your minimum maintenance, like the lowest your equity can ever go, is 25% for long. $25, 25% for long accounts, and 30% for short. Okay. Now, those are the rules. Now, remember, here are the formulas. If you want equity, what is equity? It's what it's worth minus what I owe. So equity is market value, the current market value, minus a debit balance. That makes sense, right? So if you buy 50,000 in stock and you put down 25, you're borrowing 25, right? So that means that's your debit balance. You always owe that back. So let's say we did that. Say our debit balance is 25,000. And our new market value is now 60 because the stock went up. Well, we have 60,000 in market value. Our debit balance that we owe, we have to pay that back as 25. That leaves us with 35,000 extra if we sell it out. That's our equity. Okay, that's easy. Now, what's the minimum? What equity do they want you to have all the time? 50%. So they'd like you to have 50% equity. So that means your Reg T is 30 grand. That's how much equity they would like you to have. But we have how much equity? We have 35 grand in equity. They want us to have 30, so we have an extra 5 grand SMA. That's how much we have that we can withdraw. We can go vacation, buy fur coats, just throw a tip at the Series 7 Whisperer, all that shit. Now, what do they want you to do? They want you to actually buy stock. So remember, SMA is your excess equity. So SMA equals equity minus Reg T. What is Reg T? Reg T is always half of the market value. So SMA stands for Special Memorandum Account. Half the market value. Okay, that's like if you have a house and your equity goes up, it's like a HELOC or a home equity loan. SMA is what the fund lets you borrow from the account. That's your excess equity. So look, you have 35 grand in equity. That's great. That's like if you sold this shit out, you'd walk away with 35 grand. But you didn't sell it out yet, so they're gonna let you borrow some of it. They would like you to have 30 grand in equity, always half the market value. But since you have more, that extra 5 grand extra, they let you borrow against. And if you borrow the 5 grand, that's great, but you owe the money. Okay. I've used my SMA sometimes and I pay it back, whatever. Now, if they ask you, what do you want to happen? So if we have 5 grand in SMA, that's like cash. Okay. You can treat it like cash. If you want to invest that, since remember, you only have to deposit 50%. So if you have 5,000 in SMA, that means you can buy 10,000 in stock. Because if you wanted to buy 10,000 in stock, how much you have to deposit? 5 grand, which is the 5 grand SMA. Again, I have 2 freaking really good videos on this where I cover it, but the basics are here. This is the basics, what you need to know. And here's the bigger one. As far as the suitability goes on this, okay? As far as the suitability goes on this, if you have, so can a broker dealer lend to a customer? Yes, under Reg T, okay? Okay. Wendy, I have a whole video on that. Debit balance never changes. That's what I was saying. I was going to go crazy on it on here. Watch my long margin video. I do that if the market value changes, okay? Hold on, let's find it. I'm going to put it in here, baby. Make your life easy. Boom, there it is. Okay, now, that should help you a lot. Okay, so now, okay, so here's the deal. So broker dealers can lend money to customers only under Reg T. Who manages Reg T? The Federal Reserve Board. Remember, the Federal Reserve Board is who manages Reg T. Okay, remember that. Federal Reserve Board handles the Reg T for broker dealers. It's all money. Now, here's the thing. Reg T isn't just margin. That's just this. But Reg T is also any money that comes in and out of the account. So when you buy stock on Monday, it settles on Wednesday, right? Tuesday, Wednesday. We know that. But you actually have until Friday to pay for it. That's when the customers have to pay for it, okay? So T+4, Reg T settlement, which is when you customer has to pay for it, which is the customer, is T+4. That's also regulated by the Federal Reserve, okay? And remember, when the market goes up or down, equity goes up or down, but debit balance doesn't. Remember that, okay? Again, the good thing is do not spend a lot of time on margin. Okay, so let's talk about this for a second, Wendy. The option stuff, the strategies, okay? I think I did a video on that, but let's get into it, okay? If I'm long a call or long a put, that's just buying a call, okay, buying a put. If I'm short a call or short a put by itself, that's naked, that's uncovered, okay? Good. If I buy stock and buy a put, I'm going to do this quick. You have to watch it again, okay? Yeah, I'm telling you, you don't get 2 or 3 questions at most, okay? Okay. Yeah, it's true, Wendy. Say if you use, I don't know, if you're to use on Kaplan, then you can't buy a QBank. But if you use STC, Achievable, or Past Perfect, buy the Kaplan QBank and you get it, and you'll do well. Okay, so now, What was I going to say? If I buy stock, how do I protect it? I buy stock by buying a put. Oh, let's do it on here. Why not? So if I'm long stock, and actually I have a thing on I just did a thing on bullish options. If I'm long stock, I can buy a put to protect. Right, and that's this right here is a protective put. If I do it the same day, it's a married put. Okay. If I sell a call, that's a covered call. I can do that in any account. I'm still bullish. Remember, whenever you're long stock, you're bullish. Whenever you're short stock, you're bearish. Okay, good. Now, what if I do both of these? Remember, before I do that, I do this for protection. I do this for income. This is a covered call. What if I do them all together? This is called a collar. This is a collar. Okay, now, if I'm short stock, I sell a put for income. That's a covered put. Whenever you sell an option with the stop position, that's a covered put. Or I can buy a call for protection. So I'll do this again. Short stock, sell a put. That's a covered put. Short stock, buy a call. That's a protective call. I am still bearish because I'm short the stock. If I do both of them at the same, if I do all three things, that's called a collar. Good. Okay. Buy a call, buy a put. Sell a call, sell a put. This is a long straddle. I want volatility. This is a short straddle. I want stability. Again, long straddle volatility, short straddle stability. Boom. Done. Now, if I buy a call, sell a call. That is a call spread. I buy a put, sell a put. That's a put spread. And I know I just did a video on this with like different strategy stuffs, like bullish options. Okay, now, and I'll show you how to get the options, how to do look at whether it's bullish or bearish. Now, if I buy a 50 call, let me do this. If I buy an October 50 call, yes, there's Friday, both Fridays. Okay. Okay. Buy a 50 call, and sell an October 60 call. That is a vertical spread. Why? Because the numbers are different. Okay. And it could be call or put, it doesn't matter. If I buy an October 50 call and I sell a November 50 call, that's a calendar or horizontal. Why? Because the numbers are different, because the months are different. So the vertical, because the strikes are different, horizontal, because the months are different, or calendar spread. If they're both different, like if it's October 50 and a November 60, that's a diagonal. Hope that helps a little. Boom, I'm telling you, never give up, right? Never give up, Joe. You're going to nail it. Okay. There you go. Spread. Right. Straddle, add, spread, subtract. And remember, in our class, the one girl, Tina, said the way she remembers spreads is it's bed spread. BS, bed spread, buy, sell, spread. Okay. Boom. No. 70, 80. You're good. Sydney, I hope you're still on here. I know it's 15 minutes or so, but yeah, you're good. You're in good shape. 70, 80, keep moving. Maybe what you do is when you get to like maybe since it's 20 chapters, if it's STC, maybe when you're 3/4, go back and take a full. Maybe what you do is take a check, maybe move on, but when maybe in a week or so, maybe less than a week, maybe Monday, since it's a day off, go take a quiz on just the first 8 chapters if you can. See how you do and make sure you're still scoring 70, 80 on them to see that you're retaining. Sometimes you want to you don't want to go back and learn, but you want to go back and make sure you don't forget the shit. Okay. Oren, I am so happy. Boom, boom, boom. I love it. I know I'm behind. Okay. Oh, absolutely. We're not stress margins at all. Whoa. Am I caught up? Boom, Sydney. That's awesome. I'm glad you're still on there. Sorry it took so long. Okay. Boom. Okay. Congrats, Aaron. I love it. Snapperoonie, right? Okay. So I love that shit. Okay. I love. So now you're taking the 63, boom, and so you're gonna walk it. You're gonna walk in there confident. You're gonna watch my 63 quick and dirty. You're gonna go over the exempt transactions. You're gonna go in there confident. You're not gonna rush. You're gonna read every fucking word of every fucking question, and you're gonna beat this thing, right? You're gonna nail it. Okay, I know you are. You're gonna nail this damn thing. Okay, as long as you get sleep. Now the next question is, what do you think I'm gonna say? Get the fuck off my live. What are you doing on here? Get some sleep. Sleep is more important than this shit. Okay. Okay. And yes, my Sunday classes are going to be, and if you're wondering, I have a Zoom class, I have a membership class, right? So, and I think it's pretty good. For boom. Oh, Jackie, it makes sense. That's awesome. I'm glad it helped. I thought the video would explain it a little bit because yield is what you're earning, right? Yield is what you're earning versus what you're spending. Okay. Yeah, I agree. So the problem is I got to see them next week, so it's not going to be fun. So I have a membership thing. So, and again, you do it or not, it doesn't matter. So I have 4 different levels. I have this like a cheap one where you can watch the membership videos after. Okay. On Sunday night, usually every Sunday, but not the next 2 weeks. It's Friday. So Daryl, it's Friday for the next 2 weeks. For 19 bucks, you get my options video, which I think are great. Davey, how are you? So my options videos I think are awesome. I don't do the T charts. I don't care. You can do T charts. Okay. Okay. Yes. Joe, yes. Okay. I will tell them. Yeah, but it's problem. I'll get them drunk and they're actually kind of nice guys. They were just taken over by Serify, a hedge fund. So we'll see if they change it all. Now, again, so my memberships are for 19 bucks, you get my options videos on demand. I think they're awesome. They're just different. They're much more intuitive, I think. It's me. Blow my own horn. The next level up, so remember, every time you go up a level, you get everything below it. The next one is like 25 bucks, but it's weird. Sometimes some places they charge 29. I don't know why. So it's 25 bucks a month. And then you get we meet every Sunday for the 65, 66 at 6 p.m. Eastern or at 7 p.m. Eastern for the 7 or the 6 or the 7. If you're taking the SIE, do not buy memberships. Hear me out. If you're taking the SIE, save your fucking money. You don't need to do the memberships. It's not going to help you. Okay. I'd love to have your money, but I'd rather earn it. So those are the 2. And we meet every Sunday, except for the next 2, we're meeting Fridays. We go over questions. And it's on Zoom, and I try to record it. And if you want it, I'll send it to you. I don't publish all of them, but if you want the recording, I can send it to you. The last one is at night. So now the highest one is 50 bucks a month. Yeah, I'm ripping you off. But so what we do is you get access to the 7 class plus. Okay. Boom. There you go, Dave. I love it. So only 5? No, I'm kidding. So then and then the $50 you get every week, every Sunday, this Friday. Instead, we spend an hour and a half just doing options, nothing but options. I think it's worth it. So if you do the 50 bucks one, right, you're getting a 7 class and a option class once a week for a month. Every month, it's once a month. Okay. So that means you're paying what, 50 bucks divided by 4 classes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 8. So you're paying like $6 a lesson. It's fucking cheap. Forget options, it's worth it. And I can't change it. Okay. If you do it's not the subscription, it's for membership. It's a membership, Wendy. That's the one you have to pay for. Okay. Yeah, and if you just want the options, you just pay the 20 bucks and don't worry about the rest of the shit. Okay. So think Bell. I don't think it's needed. Have you watched my video? I have a whole SIE playlist, and this Tuesday and Thursdays, people can ask questions on any test they want. This is not just Series 7. So here's my thing. I don't do the SIE one because I have study groups and and there's classes. And if you want to come in, listen, they'll never care. If you join the Series 7 thing, I'm not telling you to save your money, but if you want to do it, you can join it, and then if he has questions, we'll answer them. I mean, we'll get them done, and it'll prepare you for the next exam too. But yeah, so look, I have so many videos between my SIE exam playlist, the practice finals, and then the quick topics play. That quick topics playlist is kind of cool. I have like 80 videos in there now, and it's all like 4 or 5 minute, maybe 8-minute videos on various topics. Okay, and they're labeled. So I don't do too cute on them. But here's the other thing, guys. If you want to see some of my stuff coming out, and I try not to be too bad at it, just make sure you subscribe, hit like on this, which is great, and then hit the notification thing so you get it. That's one thing. You have to hit the little bell to be notified that you're getting stuff. So I put stuff out. Yeah, I can do that, Chelsea. I send out stuff on community tab sometime, and I think they're good videos sometimes. I mean, I think they're good videos. I do them. I mean, sometimes I look at them and go, "My God, how could you even publish that?" But whatever. Okay, so let's go back to this. Okay. Yep. And by the way, and if you want another, if you go to my taking my practice exam playlist, I have like 4 or 5 achievable videos in there. And then I have and then if you go on Notman Marks, they're good. They're good. Okay. Notman Marks offers a free SIE question on there too. So let's do this real quick. So if I buy 100 shares, I'm not going to do the whole thing because I'm not going to give away everything. And I actually have a video on how to do break evens and everything. Buy 100 shares of IBM at 50. Okay. And then how do I add income? I'm going to sell 1 IBM 55 call at 4. Okay. Now, always remember, whenever there's stock in an option, we know we're bullish because we own the stock. That's for sure. Okay. So it's always stock. So it's always stock plus or minus premium. And remember, always remember, if it's the same, you add, different, you subtract. Same, add, different, subtract. Okay, subtract D. So are they the same or different? So look, they're not the same. So you do 50 plus or minus 4 since it's different. So we're going to do 46. That's our break even. Now, why is 46 our break even? Let's think about it conceptually, okay? Okay. I'm telling you, 66 is a hard ass fucking test. 100%. Now, so in reality, if I buy, why is this not working? There we go. If I buy stock at 50, I can go down to 0 and I lose money. But if I also sell a call, I'm putting $4 in my pocket. So that means the stock could drop by 4 points and I still have enough to cover it, right? So if it goes from 50 to 46, I lose 4, but I have 4 still. So I don't lose any money. Anything below 46, I lose money. I'm not going to do the whole thing because I have them in the options videos. Okay, so now. Okay. So there's a couple of things. So my study groups, okay. So the ones that you pay for are in my. If you go to any laptop or desktop, hit join, and then you can see the groups. Okay. If you're talking about the free ones, if you go on my website, series7exam.org, okay. And I'm telling you, anyone taking the 7, they meet every morning, I think, and every morning and afternoon. If you go on my series7exam.org, you go to my front page. Hold on. And these are free, baby. Free stuff, and it's a great group. Okay. So here's my page. This is my wonderful website. Okay, now let's see if it shows up. Then you hit the tab button. You go to free Zoom group, and these are all free. That's for SIE, for the 65, and then for the 7 down here. That's it. You plug this shit in there, and they are meeting. It's not me. I don't run it. It's just a bunch of people started this thing. I think they meet. So let me get on this. Where are we? Okay. I think they meet between 8 and 10:30 every morning a.m. and then from like 2 to 3:30 every afternoon Eastern. Okay. After lacrosse season is over, Cindy. Yes, Sydney. After lacrosse season over, and I have my conference, so probably around June 15th, I absolutely going to help out. Okay, I am going to do that, but I can't do all of that and lacrosse and these conferences at the same time. But yes, every Tuesday, so it should be around. So probably the middle of June, I'll be back on there. And I know that the 7 people want me to do it too, so maybe I'll do it back to back. I'll figure it out. Okay. So I do the Edward Jones stuff every Tuesday afternoon, but I had to take off for lacrosse, so that's going to be June. Boom. Yeah, let them know. I know. Christine emailed me, and I've been meaning to answer, but I didn't have a date. So figure probably around the 13th or 14th, whatever that date is. Okay. No. If you're a finance major, maybe. Okay. So can you pass the SIE exam with just taking quizzes? Okay. If you have a finance major and you know your shit, maybe, right? But no fucking way. 90% of people can't. Just read the book. Don't be lazy. Okay. And do not, I know it's not you, Sean, because you're already taking the 65. Now, granted, if you take the 65, that if you had the 65 already, then maybe you can pull it off. But it's not worth it. Just read the damn book. Tell them to get the achievable thing. I have a link here. You get a discount. Tell them to read the damn book. That's the easiest thing. Just tell them to read the fucking book. That's the easiest way to do it. Don't try to fuck around. Because here's what happens. My coffers are filled with people who just try to do the tests and then they fail and they come to me. Literally, put me out of business, okay? Put me out of business. That's all I want you to do. Put me out of business by reading the damn book. Everyone who reads a book and watches the videos more. Now, again, back to the person who was asking about Bell. Right, okay. So, yeah, so just keep doing the videos, okay? Okay. Boom, crafted. You're going to nail it, okay? You're going to nail it, okay? Just take your time. Make sure you watch the videos. Make sure you read everything, okay? Make sure you go through the quick topics. Go through my playlist. Again, go on my practice finals. I have a playlist of practice finals. I take like 4 exams between STC, the FINRA one, Notman, and then Achievable, and a couple STC. They're all over, okay? Okay. Yes, if you do the 49, you get everything. Hold on, okay. Yes, they're 100% different than the free ones, okay. Let me get on this. Does anyone know my thoughts on Achievable? I don't think I'm shy about this. I fucking love them. Bryce, they're fucking awesome, okay? I think they teach the shit better than anyone else. Yes, some people have a problem with their questions because it's not the same format and all that, but I think they're challenging, okay? And but the thing is, I do think Brandon Rith, who's at Basic Wisdom, go check him out. Basic Wisdom, he has his own YouTube channel. Yeah, I think they just did a thing last night. They're good. He does a great job of explaining stuff. Absolutely does. Okay. So yeah, so here's a question. If you're taking the 7, it's worth it, Chelsea. And I think you are. If you're taking the 7, I know I know it's just Chelsea because of the area, but whatever. Chelsea Football Club, but I'm just gonna call it Chelsea. In my mind, you're a girl named Chelsea. Okay. Okay. No, it's good for everything. Robin, it's good for everything. But I'm telling you, I like people to buy the Achievable and then buy the Kaplan supplement to challenge themselves even more. So this way they have 2 different sets of questions. And I do that. If you buy STC or Past Perfect, I say buy the Kaplan Q Bank, okay? The only reason I only pick Kaplan is because they're the only ones who offer that's a problem. They're the only ones that offer a Q Bank. If STC did, I would tell them. If Achievable did it, I would tell them. But they're cheap enough that they don't need to do that. Okay. So here's the deal. So for the $20 a month, you get the 5 options videos: single, hedging, spread, straddles, and then me doing problems. Okay. They're not on the free side. Okay. If you do the $50 one, you get those videos plus the weekly 7 class plus the weekly options class right after it. So if you do the $50 one, you're getting 2.5 hours of Zoom class with me every week. Not this where I can't see it. It's on there, and we go back and forth, and people bring in questions and all that shit. It's pretty fucking successful. A lot of people get on there and doing well. Okay. And I'll have a lot of people come on there and then they come on after they pass and they give a little feedback. And then here's what happens. Everyone jumps on the 7 class, they pass that, and then they drop down to the 65. And I get paid for it. And it's good. And I'm willing to do that because I like helping out. So I give up my Sunday nights for that. I teach all day Saturday and Sundays. Okay. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay. No, the Edwards Jones group is Joe, if you work for Edward Jones, you can probably talk to them. But no. That's a private thing that they worked out with me. That's only for Edward Jones people. But there are study groups on there. There are study groups. If you go on the Facebook group, there's always people starting. Okay, let me get back to this. So Anika, yeah, this is the thing. Yeah, what they want and what you want to do are 2 different things. I did a video on this before on how to I did just did a video on how to get around this. Okay, so find my video on that. I just put it out. I think it's called how to enhance your studying or something like that. Yes, the past perfect thing is a pain. I agree that they don't want you using anything else, but how are they gonna fucking know? So I got what I have people do is in the morning, okay? You do the morning, you go into you get through the past perfect stuff as quick as you can. And then listen, if you're struggling with the SIE, um, and again, if you're still early on, the SIE is tough to get. Yes, they fuck. Go get the achievable. Just pay it. It's a $75. And if you go on my Facebook group, there might be a $10 discount in my descriptions. Okay, you put the code in. You do the past perfect in the morning, and then you do achievable. Get through what you need to on past perfect, and then supplement with achievable. You'll be thankful that you did. Even if you got another, just watch. You can watch my videos. Okay, I'm telling you, I had a girl. If you go on my channel, I have a whole playlist for SIE exam. That will help explain a lot of shit. Okay, a lot of it. I'm really good at that. For some reason, I'm bad at everything else, but I'm good at explaining shit. Okay, maybe because I'm just a fucking dumbass. And I just explain stuff that way, and everyone goes, "Hey, I like that." Okay, now I have about five. Well, for the seven, I have about three or four, and then I have for the SAE, I think I have like six or seven. I have more seven ones coming out. Okay, Robin, there you go. Look at that. I am telling you. Anika, get the achievable and just do that on the side. I promise you, you'll be ahead of everyone in your class. Ignore them. And again, I had one girl who's so worried because they even told her don't do YouTube or anything. She created a second fake YouTube account and she wouldn't mention her. I talked to her on the phone and she created a separate YouTube account. She's afraid she's going to get caught watching it. So just do what you can. Look, all they just want you to pass. And the problem is, Past Perfect does this thing where they don't want you using anyone else because they're so fucking arrogant. Okay, they're so arrogant about this shit. It's like, why wouldn't you want people using other vendors' Pass? Because here's the thing: if they use Past Perfect, then they use Achievable. Guess what? Past Perfect gets the credit for the win. They're so stupid. Okay, I 100% agree. Okay, guys, check out my membership. Don't forget to check out Achievable. They're super cheap. They actually, and here's the other thing. Anika, if you go on achievable.me, even don't look, and if you want to see how much I like them, don't use my discount code. Okay, don't use my code. Go on your own. I mean, you can use a discount code. I don't get credit for that. Go to achievable.me. You don't even have to go my link and the thing. Boom. And yeah, by the way, Robin, I forgot to say that. Congratulations. That's awesome. Okay. That's awesome. Okay. See, I'm telling you right now, they're awesome. I would say just check them out. They give you access to like a little bit of free stuff so you can see what they're like. And if you don't like them, don't use them. But I'm telling you, Nika, it'll change your life. They're almost, but this way, they're as good as my videos. Like he is magic that he can explain stuff simply in words. I can't. I have to speak. Okay. I do it on video and he says I'm the king of simplifying. He does a really good job of explaining stuff. Okay. Like that's funny, Michelle, that you are good. You're fine. Um, I am good at bringing shit down to the most base level so you can understand it. Again, my traders and stuff get mad at me because they go, "That's not how it is." I said, "I don't care. That's how it gets into your head, and that's how you remember." And they get that. Okay. Listen, Michelle, that Robin, that's awesome. Michelle, I'm so happy we're gonna be getting past the other exams soon. Okay. Now, everyone, go check out my membership. Boom, Dave, onto the yeah, she should be on. Robin, you're onto the 7 now, or are you going to the 6? I can't remember. Okay. Um, We're good. Okay. We made a little over an hour. Not too bad. It's a Thursday night. I get to go eat dinner now. Everyone, go check out Brandon Rith. Go check out Susie Rhodes at Pastmaster. Check out the Facebook groups. I'm telling you, check out those Facebook groups that I have. It's one called Series 65, 66 Exam Prep, and the other one is called FINRA Exam Prep, SIE Exam Series 7, Series 6. There's another one that ends with the word 65. That's fine too. That's not my group. I don't run that. Okay. So they have 4,200 people. I mean, ridiculously active. I probably have about 1,500 to 2,000 people still active in that group helping each other out. You put a question up, they all answer it and stuff like that. And they start study groups all the time. Okay. Break evens for every option. Hold on. Let me find this. Hold on. That's why by the way, maybe that is why you need join the group. Okay. So Chelsea, Do that one. Dave, I appreciate it. Chelsea, there's that. And join the group. If you join the group, look, you can join it for 1 month. If you don't like it, you spend $50. I know it's not nothing, but you'll get access to the videos. I'm telling you, they change everything. Because the problem with the teachers, and again, they don't explain. My stuff is much more intuitive, and you can see bullish versus bearish. But this thing right here is to break even, Chelsea. Go in there. That's a whole video that I put on break even. Grab that before I head out of here. Okay, everyone. I love seeing you guys. Again, Tuesdays and Thursdays is my favorite freaking night. Now, we'll talk about it, but there's going to be one of these nights where I don't do it, but I'm going to tell you guys later. Okay, so now, because I have shit to do. We hope we're doing well. Have a good weekend. Be good. Don't blow yourself up. No fireworks, no nothing. Enjoy it. Let's remember our fallen soldiers, right, for Memorial Day. Remember, that's what it's about. And I'm going to the lacrosse championship. So if you watch the lacrosse games on Saturday, look for a big fat guy up near the end zone. Okay. Boom. Okay. There you go. Boom. I love it. Robin, that's so long day. See if you can go see if you can shorten that, like kind of cheat a little bit, go 8 to 4, take a break. Because that's a lot of hours. That's a lot of hours of studying. But if it works. Anyway, guys, you'll have a good night. Wash your hands and have a great weekend. And I will see you on the other side of Memorial.